This video will instruct you on how to connect the Cyfin software with the Wavecrest CyBlock Appliance. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log in. This video assumes you have already changed the password. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Settings, License, and we're going to copy the serial number and the activation key over from the license from the appliance, and we're going to copy it over into the Cyfin. So I'm going to go ahead and select the serial number and right click copy. I'm going to go into the Cyfin and we're going to log into the Cyfin. This video also assumes that you have already installed the Cyfin onto a server or workstation. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to Settings, License within the Cyfin. We're going to input the serial number. And we're going to copy over the activation key from the appliance and paste that into the Cyfin software as well. And you can either do a right-click copy, or you can use the Control C to copy and then Control V to paste keyboard options. So once I have those pasted into the Cyfin, I'm going to go ahead and click Submit. And this ties the Cyfin to the appliance and pretty much instructs it to use the log file type of the appliance. So now that we've set the same serial number and activation key to the appliance, we're going to go ahead and go to Data Management in the Cyfin, Log Data Source Setup. We're going to verify that Accept Appliance Logs is checked here. If yours is disabled, go ahead and click on Enabled Radio button and click on Submit. This will tell the Cyfin to accept the logs from the appliance, so it can begin logging. Now we will go to the CyBlock Appliance and we'll go ahead and into Data Management, Log Data Source Setup as well. And we'll go ahead and we'll make sure our log web activity and our log protocol activity are checked on enable. Yours will be disabled at first. Go ahead and enable those, and we're going to set our remote logging host to the IP address of the Cyfin where it is installed. In my case, it's this address here. I'm going to go ahead and click on Submit. Once we've done that, we've tied the Cyfin to the appliance and we've instructed it to accept the logs, and it will begin importing those logs into the location on the Cyfin, which is listed here. So now we're going to open up that location for the file structure and make sure that we're starting to get log files created. Now you will have two different log files created within the log file folder. If we keep an eye out on where our location is, it's going to be in Program Files Wavecrest, wherever our install is, Cyfin, WC, CF, log. And this will be the location of where our firewall logs are going to be, as well as our proxy logs. Now if I do a refresh, I see that we have the date is April 1st today, so I see that a firewall log has been created, so it looks like we're good there. And we have a proxy log created as well. It started generating traffic. So as you have traffic going through the appliance proxied, you will start to see the proxy log and the firewall log there as well. Now if you do not see those two logs in this location yet, and you have not set up proxying traffic out to it, you should at least see a firewall log. If you do not see a firewall log, then you most likely do not have the ports set up in the Windows firewall of the Cyfin installation, wherever that's located. So on the Cyfin box, we need to verify that. We're going to open up the Windows firewall on the Cyfin box. I'm going to bring over my firewall here, and you can choose to disable the Windows firewall to have it out of the way completely, or you can choose to add the rules that are required. So we'll go ahead and click on New Rule, and we're going to select Port. Next. This is going to be a TCP port, and it's going to be 7996. This port is for the FTP of the updates for the URL list. This allows, just in case HTTP cannot be reached for whatever reason, it attempts to get FTP updates for the URL list. So we're going to go ahead and allow 7996, allow the connection, and allow it for domain private and public, and we'll go ahead and name that. So TCP Cyfin, sorry, this one's for the list for the CyBlock, so we'll make it, I'm sorry, Cyfin. So I'll make it TCP Cyfin 7996 inbound. Click Finish. The next port we're going to use is the port 7980 UDP, which will be the port that will allow the firewall logs as well as the proxy logs to log to the Cyfin server. So we're going to go ahead and click on Next for inbound rule. It's going to be a port. It's going to be UDP, and it's going to be 7980. We'll click on Next. Allow the connection. Next, allow it for domain private and public, and we'll go ahead and type in 79, well, we'll do UDP 7980 Cyfin logging inbound. Click on Finish, and as you can see, the two rules for the inbound are here: the UDP 7980 for the logging and the 7996 inbound for the ability to use FTP to update the list if HTTP does not work. So now that we're done with that, if you still do not have firewall logs here, do a refresh, and at that point you should start to see a firewall log created as well as a proxy log created if you have proxy traffic there. Thank you very much for watching the video on setting up the Cyfin and connecting it to the appliance, and you have a great day.